Boxing is not a martial art in the traditional sense. Before you karate guys start dorking out in the comment section, well, in the year 41, 42, the Ip Man said, let me explain. I gotta tell you first, I come from a background of martial arts way before I did boxing. The first 10 years I had in sports was in Taekwondo, Muay Thai, and some Jiu-Jitsu. I love martial arts, okay? But I've noticed when you ask a martial artist if boxing is a martial art, in the beginning of the conversation, they're gonna go, of course, all fighting styles are martial arts, until you start comparing, and then the conversation quickly shifts, and then they start disregarding boxing and alienating it in general as basically a limited sport that doesn't really have enough versatility in a real life situation to compete against a lot of these other martial arts. And of course, whoever you're talking to, if they spent years and years in martial arts, they're going to be extremely patriotic to whatever their style is, and they're going to stand on that, usually. In my opinion, the difference is, the art thing, right? So martial arts comes from a background of, self-defense mostly, and then it evolved into arts, and then there was a lot of, parts of it that were like kata oriented and choreographed kind of dance routines and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Boxing has never had that. Boxing has always been geared towards competition and with a heavy emphasis on physicality, physical fitness, stuff like that. And it's a science-based fighting style, okay? They're all fighting styles, but to say they're all martial arts, I think is too broad of a generalization. So, when you look, for example, at somebody who competes or someone who trains in boxing as opposed to a guy who trains in martial arts, you'll notice martial artists that got black belts that never had a fight in their life. There's a lot of them. You're gonna very rarely come across a boxer who hasn't at least had like a full-blown sparring session that was a straight-up fight and utilized what he's learned in real time. That's a big difference to me, a very big difference. In martial arts, it's a belt system. In boxing, it's more geared towards winning medals, trophies, belts, and when you're on the elite level, prize fighting, okay? Now, MMA has kind of blurred the lines, in my opinion, and it's almost hard to even consider MMA a martial art because it has evolved more from the martial arts into its own thing, in my opinion, being the combat sport. I just feel the difference between combat sports and martial arts is very clear. I feel like a lot of martial arts guys who weren't competitors like to blur the lines more. It's just my opinion. This is personally the way I see it. I think a lot of martial artists, they're probably going to be really good at defending themselves in the street against random people. I think on the elite level, I think combat sports, it just takes it a bit higher. And it kind of abandons the art and goes more towards the science of it. You know what I mean? So that's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of guys are going to disagree with this, but I want to hear your arguments in the comment section. What do you think? Is boxing a martial art? And is there a difference between MMA and traditional martial arts? I really want to hear what you guys got to say. You tell me what you think in the comment section. Till the next time, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check me out on Instagram at coach.v_. Online course is out now. Link is in the description. Till the next time, we out of here. Out.